Hi guys, and welcome back to Travel Troubles. I'm Sean.
This is Ollie.
And
this is season 2.
Wow,
or series 2.
Jump the mark on that one. Or is it episode 20...
No, it's not episode 25.
24?
No.
23?
No.
Well, what episode is it?
I don't know.
No, what is episode? Something or other.
It's the first episode of series 2, that's all you need to know.
Yeah, and anyway, we're back and it is brilliant. It's been a nice 2 weeks off, hasn't it?
It's actually a Travel Troubles podcast now.
What? It's been a nice 2 weeks off, hasn't it? Oh. All right. Okay, it's going to be one of those ones this week. And yes, as Holly was saying, it is an actual Travels podcast. And your headphones are working, but my voice isn't. If you're listening to me right now...
This is why I interrupted you. Nobody wants to listen to that.
Wow. I thought it sounds quite sexy.
You sound like Phoebe Buffet.
Yeah, she has a sexy voice.
And she has her husky voice, yeah.
Smelly can.
Right, you still can't sing.
Right, okay. So if you're new here and you've never watched Travel Troubles, then you're here for the perfect time because we are actually travelling and we do have travels with each other.
Yeah.
So each week we talk about our travel lives and the troubles that come with it.
The troubles.
The troubles that come with it.
You still can't say it.
Troubles. 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 It's like you have to have a chocolate in your mouth. Troubles. Yeah. So let's begin. I will get onto the in a second. But let's begin with Christmas. I hope you guys had a nice Christmas and New Year's. I'm not going to jump too much on Christmas because it was like literally nearly a month ago now for you guys. So yeah, we're not going to talk too much about Christmas, but we had a nice Christmas. I saw your family first.
Yeah.
And you saw your family as well. It wasn't just me, because that'd have been very weird. And then we went down south and saw my family.
Yes, it was go.
It was non-stop. Like,
I think today's the first day that we've actually not been go.
Today was the first day we didn't have anything planned for the last month.
Yeah,
and
pretty much. Our minutes were planned at one point.
Yeah.
Like, to the T, we knew where we had to be at that point.
It's been stressful. And the whole "no" becomes from
our niece.
Our niece, yeah.
She calls me auntie, so.
Yeah, niece. And she started going, "No," and I was like, "Is that how Auntie Holly says no?" And then she starts going. You ask her, "How does Auntie Holly go no?" And she goes, "No," and then everyone laughs.
She's the only person that's got close to a Scottish accent in your family, might I add.
Wow.
And she's 2.
Because
she's learning English as it is, and she can already do accents better than you lot.
Wow. So yeah, and then we flew from London to Melbourne. And if you haven't seen that video already, well, go check it out and go watch me. I need to watch time.
Pause this one, go back and watch the other one.
No, watch this one and then go back because you want to keep people on the channel as long as possible.
Yeah, but if you have ADHD, then...
Oh, we'll remind them at the end, don't worry. Okay. Don't worry, we'll remind you. You've got lots of things to do. But we'll quickly give you a bit of a recap about this flight.
Apologies, we have airplane throat a little bit.
Yeah, that's what my voice is.
Yeah.
It was 30-something hours of...
We were on a plane or in an airport for 40 hours-ish.
It was... I can tell you, we were wearing the same T-shirt for the whole time, and it was... afterwards, it
wasn't pleasant.
It was not pleasant. It was hard. Mm-hmm. And then we went from there and had a lovely time in Melbourne. We're actually kind of in Melbourne still. I know... We're not
kind of still in Melbourne. We are still in Melbourne, Sean.
We are still in Melbourne, but the video for Melbourne came out yesterday. You've already seen that. We haven't seen we haven't seen the ending of it yet.
No, we don't know what's happening.
We're about to film.
Know we don't.
My scheduling is a little bit...
It leaves something to the imagination. Sean's scheduling is actually the aforementioned ADHD scheduling.
Yeah. Everything is 2 weeks later, apart from the podcasts that have to come out on Thursdays, because we've got like a religious fan base for the podcast now.
He's got issues.
People like the podcast at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time Thursdays. We have to say that now.
Is it Greenwich Mean Time or is it British Summer Time yet? No, it's Greenwich Mean Time. I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, it's 6 p.m. And it's been quite a nice week. But let's move on to troubles.
The reason you're
because I've just spoke so much and you've not spoke anything today.
Yeah.
So let's
story of my life.
Wow. Did you want to start with your troubles or do you want me to go on?
You can go first.
So
I need to gauge.
You need to gauge. So this one's kind of like a negative for you, but an amazing positive for myself.
Oh, here we go.
So I took the sacrifice during the travel.
Oh, here we go.
So, you know the sacrifice, when you're on a plane, someone has to sit in the middle seat. Mm-hmm. We put the middle seat and the aisle seat. The fair thing would be one would do the middle seat on one journey and one would do the middle seat on the other journey. But being a good trooper myself, I took the middle seat both times. So my troubles with you is the fact that you never took the middle seat. Have you got any input on that?
That, if you can see it, is evidence of being on the aisle seat. If you're listening, I have a bruise that's about 3 inches wide by 2 inches wide from the life jacket that was under my seat in front of me, not his.
The seat in front of me didn't have a life jacket.
So, as much as he wants to moan, I'm injured.
You're injured, yeah. But I did have the middle seat. I had two strangers next to me. Actually, one of them went a stranger by the time we got off the plane. She was like our best mate.
No, negative number one, because it's probably, I'm sure there'll be more to appear.
Oh, wow.
Negative number one about Sean is that he complains about sitting in the middle seat. But he doesn't remember why he sits in the middle seat. And Sean sits in the middle seat because Sean sits like this on both armrests.
She's stretching her arms out.
You can decide in the comments. You can decide in the comments if you're the person in the middle seat, what armrest do you get?
Get both, because you both got the outside armrests. You've both got But
I can't use the outside armrest.
Why not?
And I'll tell you why.
Why?
As I told you on the flight. Actually, I told you in Beijing airport when we were discussing who was taking the middle seat, and I said, well, it's entirely up to you, but if you sit in the aisle, you have to sit with your outside arm turned in, because the aisles on the type of plane that we were on were extremely narrow.
That is true.
So I spent 22 hours with my arm twisted in an uncomfortable position to accommodate him and his 2 armrests.
Okay, but sometimes we had the armrest up, so we had more space in between.
Yeah, we had the armrest up, and then Sean caused me to have some serious overstimulation because he. Pardon me.
If you rub
his fuzzy arm hair was just gently like it's like, what's that? Not touching, can't get mad. In Harry Potter, where
Harry Potter, Friends.
Oh, it's in Harry. Oh no, it isn't Friends. Yeah. Not touching, can't get mad. Yes, I can, because you are touching me. Your skin may not be, but your hair is just just brushing. Oh, it's horrible. I feel about that as friend of the podcast does about velour being brushed the wrong way. It's like sensory overload, and when you're tired and
but then you can't lean against them because you're so warm.
It's like, go away, man.
So you need that space.
So imagine that I am sat with my right shoulder turned in, but my other one like this. And at one point I was just sat with my arms crossed in the middle because I didn't want to be touched or by Sean or by strangers passing by.
Imagine her just in a white jacket right now. It's like,
I would have been comfortable in a straight jacket. Yeah. Which, to be fair, the way I was dressed, I probably belonged in one.
My positive about you, though, I've got a good positive about you.
Okay.
And hopefully it's not your positive about me, because when we were in Beijing Airport, as much as we're doing this Beijing Airport, as much as we're doing it on a budget, and we're always said budget's this, budget that. Sometimes it's good to break budgets, and I feel like as much as we don't pressure each other to break the budgets, but we kind of like have an agreement. We walked into the hotel and we knew we're at that state we both needed to sleep. If we didn't sleep, it had been horrendous.
Yeah, it's weighing up.
The people behind us in this queue for the airport, the airport hotel, we went up there, we don't know how much it is. We roughly worked out it was about £100. We're like, it's expensive.
I said, any more than that, I'm not doing it.
It's expensive. And I was like, oh. And the people behind us, they were just as tired as us. They
were on the same flight as we were, yeah.
And we sold them, they kind of went, oh, no, I'm not paying that, it's well expensive. Which it is, don't get me wrong.
But you've got 10 hours to kill in an airport.
If you can't afford it, I understand. But sometimes you've got to break your budget. And I think that's my positive about you. Sometimes you know when enough's enough of budgeting.
Money's money at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So what's more important? We're not doing this to brag about how little money or how much money we spent. We're doing this for the experience of it. And if you're being in an airport without any sleep on a cold bench for 10 hours isn't a nice experience.
And I've got a rough voice as it is right now. And
we were both on probably our worst day of illness
as well. Like,
it wasn't pleasant. And
we don't want to like get ill while we're travelling. We'd have ruined Melbourne if we didn't have had that sleep. We'd have probably ruined the tour. We wouldn't have, because the tour we did in Melbourne,
I would 100% recommend that. It
was within
hotel.
rain and it was hard work.
It was like a well-oiled machine, that hotel, and it gave you the option. You didn't have to pay for a room. You could have got the lounge, and I think if you paid for the lounge itself, you got showers.
Yeah.
Which, on a long-haul flight, incredible.
Yeah.
Like to
the amount of snacks in that room as well.
Yeah. You could have yourself tea, coffee. There was cans of Coke, Fanta, like all obviously their own branded version of ours, but it was great. It was just nice to sit down and
you carry on. I just had my leg rubbing against Holly's. Yeah. Anyway, carry on. Yeah, it's
I don't
nice.
like you anymore.
It was nice, wasn't it?
Yes.
Do you have a positive about me?
Mine was similar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I've actually got a second positive about you.
Oh, brilliant. I need to think about what mine is.
So, when we were doing the tour yesterday, it was absolutely raining. And again, as much as like what I was saying with the last one, you know when to break a budget, you also know when to just commit to something and just like, right, just grit your teeth and do it. It was raining so heavily, but we didn't ruin this tour. And to be fair, like, even thinking back about all the things we did in the tour, the rain was so little, like part of it, but at the time it was hammering it down. We learnt so much and saw so much that didn't ruin the experience at all. And I think that's quite nice that you didn't let rain...
Scottish.
The rain take it off. But you could have been like, I
could have been a typical woman, no offence to the other females on the planet, but
your t-shirt was so like wet. It was like sucked.
The top that I was wearing, I had a shirt similar to this one and like a vest top on, and that vest top is still soaked through, and it's been hanging up in this room for 24 hours now.
Yeah, that's good.
Positive. My positive's similar in the sense of my positive about you is you match my energy.
Right, yeah.
So, first night we got here, we were exhausted. And even then, or was it last night? I can't remember, but you offered to go out and get us dinner and bring it back.
Yeah.
You're like, you don't have to come, it's fine. And I'm like, well, no. I guess that's kind of a positive about myself, because I was like, well, no, I'm coming with you. But then you would always do the same with me.
Yeah.
We would, when we're both exhausted or we're both feeling lousy or, you know,
if one or the other was feeling worse, or like say you were ill and I wasn't,
pick up each other's slack.
We'd pick each other's up. But again, if we were both like tired, you're like, right, we're both just.
We'll both go and do it because, then the other can't complain about it and make it a negative for the week.
After. Yeah.
There was something, I can't remember what happened yesterday, but there was something and I was like, that's it, that's your negative for the week, but it's gone.
Oh, was it?
And you done something to annoy me, but I can't remember.
This morning.
Right, babe. No, it wasn't. It was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
This morning, and Sean's mentioning this because I me and Renato spilled a drink on the floor, and it was fluorescent pink, and I can't get out the carpet.
Yeah.
And I had a little bit of a meltdown.
You were moaning at me about it. I was like, I don't know why, I know it was my fault, but
And
it was
Sean went down to reception being the adult about it and told them.
Yeah.
So I could take the anxiety away from me, which was nice. But I still feel incredibly guilty over something that was out of my control. It was on my bedside table, which you can kind of see, and I knocked it in my sleep.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's it for this week. Do we have anything we want to add to this podcast?
You can still write in.
Oh, yes, we have no one wrote in for the last 2 weeks. I think it's quite sad. No one even wished us a happy Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Call yourself fans.
Yeah. And
Call yourself family.
so, let's go back and tell you about the videos that you need to watch this week. So, start of the week, Monday, you'd had this great video about us travelling to Melbourne, and it's just seeing us look like greatness.
But Sean, they'll know this.
What?
They'll know this.
They know this. Well, because I've already watched it.
No, because they're already subscribed and have their notifications on the Funny Backpacker YouTube page.
Oh, yeah, they do. Of course.
And if they don't, shame on you.
So, of course, they know about the Melbourne video that came
Yeah,
out
exactly.
yesterday.
Why wouldn't they? And if they haven't, then that's the YouTube algorithm's fault.
Yeah, so they
Not
should-
theirs. For not being subscribed and have the notification turned on for the Funny Backpacker page.
Yes.
Here's looking at you.
And make sure you also like every single video you watch.
Watch it all to
Oh.
the last second.
So, we have a challenge for
Yep.
the next 90 odd days or whatever it is while we're travelling.
Yep.
We need to get this this YouTube channel monetized. If you're watching this on Spotify right now, go onto YouTube.
Well,
watch
you're
it.
listening to it on Spotify.
Well, if you're listening to it, go onto YouTube and watch it again. Like it, watch it all the way through. We want as much watch time as possible. If you watch something all the way through, you get more watch
If
time.
you're leaving your dog at home by themselves, stick the Funny Backpacker on, it'll keep them company.
Go on my playlists page, put my playlists on. I've got
You
hundreds
don't
of
have
videos.
to watch it if you don't want to.
Oh, no, we can't say that because of the YouTube's term and conditions. But obviously, watch it.
Yep.
Like every video you can. Leave comments on it. Share it with your friends and family.
Irritate the life out of Sean. We're currently 11 hours behind the UK, but by the time this video comes out, we'll be 8 hours behind the UK. So you can wait until like 2 a.m. our time, 6 p.m. your time, and just spat on the life out of them.
Perfect. Yeah. Leave comments. We want to hear from you. We want to write a review. And we want to talk to you about your problems, not just ours. But next week, you're going to see us talk about what Perth's like. And
The whole Melbourne or Perth debate.
ooh. Anyway, we can compare then. And then we'll see you again.
Next Thursday.
And I'll see you again.
Soon. We didn't tell them where to write in, Sean.
Right in.
We didn't tell them where.
Oh, Travel Troubles Podcast at gmail.com or leave a comment on the Funny Backpacker page. See you again soon.
Bye!